Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. On today's episode, I'm quite sure there will be plenty of more names that I will be able to mispronounce. So get ready for a bunch of more fun stuff. Now, I of course have no idea what's coming up since I've never played the Banner Saga before, which probably explains why I suck so badly in the combat system. But I'm hopefully improving ever so slightly, so who knows? We might be able to pull off something fun here. Anyhow, we still need to rest for at least one day, so let's do that. It's gonna improve our morale, and by doing so, we should now be able to leave this camp and move on with the story and see how this turns out. Okay, so I apparently entered a village just after I did the encampment. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumbling of the quake and the sighting of Dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. Encourage them to join you, let them make their own decision. Don't expand the caravan further. We're gonna have to let them make their own decision. You welcome anyone who wishes to join the caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. Okay, we just got like 60 something clansmen. We really need to grab some freaking provisions here. Renowned. And what do these two? Sunstone. Mariner of old would use these stones to find the location of the sun, even when there was none. Not many know exactly how. Never deflected. What? Okay, interesting. Bale's Locket. This silver locket reveals a tuft of white fur that must have been precious to its owner, +2 will. Interesting. Can be useful, especially so that you can deal more of those stronger attacks to the enemy, and with how the Dredge are working overall, I think it's quite the smart choice to use this, so we might actually grab that. We do have the Walka thread, and what about the Ring of the Wolf? A ring engraved of Catherine of Vespram, a gifted healer. She could preserve life in all but the most grievously wounded. Protects from death. Okay. I've never actually seen someone die yet, so I'm not really sure how important might be this trinket, to be exactly honest with you, so we are gonna not take it for now. Why do I feel like I am not getting more provisions? This is for the supplies, right? Uh, let's try one more. Okay, so 19 days, that should do. I know I should be probably not spending my renown on the supplies and rather be getting like the upgrades on our party. Especially if we have... Oh, you can already do this. Okay, cool. Let's upgrade your armor, because you kind of suffer without that. And you see 15 points to upgrade Rook. If we would want to upgrade a lad, that's the same. A thief will want also 15. Gil, we're gonna have to do something with you, pal, cause god damn it. Avent is already level 5, and Looks like we will never be able to do anything. Mogan is still rank 1. So yeah, that's not the most optimistic. Onef is at least at tier 2. Hogan, Ivor, and Crumb. Okay, so we should somehow level up Agil, Onef, and Crumb. And we'll see how these things turns out, but it's gonna be interesting. So anyhow, I don't see any prompt to like talk with anyone or anything, so let's just head out and see what we will run into. Look at that, shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch Dredge rolling into the village you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind out got alive, says Alette, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of Dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch the Dredge in front falls over, then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Odiv, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing an arrow down the hill. Another Dredge topples. That's incredible, says Odiv, squinting, but we should get out of here. Odds right, let's go. Return to the village looking for survivors. Hold on, let her do a few more. We need to move. But why don't you come with us next time you want to try out that bow? You tell Nid, who nods, a smile on her face. So immediately after we leave, there are Dredge. That's like way too close, right? As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of fire pull you back to attention. Flames quickly consume a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" and points to a burning tent closest to the outlying varl. Two of the giants are motionless, staring at the spreading fire with terror in their eyes. Command the varl to help organize the peasants to put out the fires. Get in after the boy yourself. Make an effort to save the rest of your supplies. Let's organize the peasants because varls do not enjoy fire. So we are gonna try to help out the other way. You look away from the petrified varl and rush to help others dip blankets into water barrels to combat the fire. When the flames seem under control, you're able to retrieve the coughing boy. The ashamed var retreat further from camp while peasants count the lost supplies. God damn it. Minus 16 supplies, that's a lot. What in the depths was that about? You mutter to yourself. Something about the fire. A thief tells you. I've heard of this before. They don't like it. Doesn't change what happens, you think to yourself. Okay, there seems to be another Godstone over here. At least I think that's what it is. Okay, we are losing some stupid amount of supplies. Wow, okay, this Godstone is kind of cracked or like scattered to form this 3D image of sorts. Interesting. Look at that, that's so cool. Dude has a killer beard. The Godstone of Thunder passes around you. In the frozen climate here, it looks like the rock has split and it's falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you're past through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing with all the snow around it. Dredge might not even be able to find us. Stay here overnight, inspect the Godstone, but only afterwards. You know what, let's camp. You walk around camp before settling in along each stand of Thunder's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Moon Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder, who embodied her ideals in masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them beads, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. As the camp settles in, you notice a group of boys huddled around something. They show food and offering box cart into the Godstone itself. The Godstone is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. We can't get it open, they tell you. It's like a puzzle. How about we leave it and get some rest? I know there might be some form of a trinket possibly, but here's the thing. I'm not really sure if there's like a karmic system, so that if you take some of these offerings to the gods, if you will be punished for it or so. So I really wanna stay or somehow keep the better karmic system and try to go for, I don't know, some moral high ground. You and Alette huddled together to keep warm. Fortunately, there were no signs of dredge in the morning, and everyone is feeling surprisingly well rested. You soon return to travel. Okay, and that's Godstone Thunder. Morale has slightly improved, but our provisions are starting to go down, like scary fast down. And we are reaching another town. Unar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, "If there's one thing I know better than woman and meat, it's, well," he smiles, "well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let old Unar make everything better. No questions now." We'd appreciate any help. I'd rather not have any surprises. What are you talking about? Okay. Sure, let's risk it and let's see if he can help us out somehow. I am highly skeptical, but let's see if the old dude will manage to surprise me pleasantly. Who knows? That evening, Unar cleans his throat and loudly recites a tale of travelers ending with war and death behind them, seeking hope instead. They carried on with courage, using heart and head. Interesting. A strange poem, but the caravan is happy for a change of pace. Unar bounds and turns to assist the cooks that the evening's meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagon seems more full than before. You look to thank Unar, but he is gone. Interesting. So morale has improved immediately, it declines. I don't get the system here. But we are reaching this town. In the distance, Hogstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here you can see black figures shambling through it. That looks like a decked town, remarks Ivor. Confirming your impressions, there's usually survivors, the thieves remind you. Check it out just in case. There's no time, keep moving. So apparently the dredge managed to get here before us, which raises a few questions. And that is if we should see if we can find someone. So this might lead to combat, and I'm not sure if we can get any provisions out of that town in return. So since like I'm not really sure what to try and do here, but we can check it out. I hope others will do the same for me. Dredge are nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, it might throw lower off the scent a bit. You head a day's march out toward Hogstorp. Okay, as soon as you step foot in the small town, you think you've made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the dredge are upon you. As though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest, you draw your weapons. Okay, so we immediately have to fight. So who do we want to take then? We really need to level up some of our heroes. It would be probably a smart idea to level up Knit 2, a Guild 2, a Mogan 2. These three can dish out serious damage, so... But having, we're gonna... I don't know, if we're gonna switch Eve and we're gonna take Cromer. I really hope we're gonna survive this. Let's give this trinket to Nid. That way she can deal more damage, hopefully. I don't know what are her stats, to be honest. So she's a terrible shield breaker. So that is gonna hurt us, but we need to upgrade her in order for her to be more effective. So wish me luck that I will not totally screw this up. I have no idea what we can run into when it comes to the dredge in this town. If there's gonna be like those giant ones with those shields, I immediately know I'm gonna regret my choice. But yeah, I gotta try to somehow level up even the lower levels. Okay, so we are actually dealing with a large amount of dredge here. The worst thing is these two throw those exploding stones. Then there is this larger one. Okay, so how do we want to do this? If we were to move... Yeah, the thing is, I really don't want to have the units all packed in on one another due to one simple reason. If they throw those exploding stones, we're gonna need to clear out the area, like fast. So, how about we let them come to us, actually? Let's see what will happen. So we're gonna rest mostly throughout the start. Okay, I'm kind of regretting that choice, but maybe you can move in here and dish out some ranged attacks to whoever tries to close in the distance. He is definitely out of reach, and we might try to move you in here, and of course you can attack, so do that. Beautiful. You know what, let's give you some willpower and try to rest up. We're gonna keep you here and do the same. Move you just a bit further forward. Okay, what are the chances we can attack from... No, we cannot, unfortunately. You should be able to, right? Oh, really? If we try to chase away the ranged dredge, that might help us out, because then he will use his turn. Okay, he is getting those weird exploding stones ready. I actually don't even see it on the ground, so I don't know if I should be moving away from there. Why do they keep attacking the same person constantly? It's so annoying. Okay, so the big boy will be moving in, closing the distance, so I think we should be okay here. At least that will put us between anyone who will try to close in the distance to our lovely range attackers. Okay, let's go with the ability and try to do some damage here. So most of the armor has been taken out. I do like that. We can start closing in the distance. And if we do this, that's 6 points of strength out. Okay, that didn't do just about anything. We're gonna close the distance here, take out the ranged dredge here. So this is actually great. The AI has basically screwed itself over because the big one cannot now attack anyone here. And if he tries to move here or here, he is probably gonna spend most of his turn just wasting the movement. Okay, should be able to survive that. Let's move you in closer. And let's see if we can do some proper damage to just about anyone here. What is your special bird of prey? What does that thing do? Well, let's try it on this guy. Interesting. Unfortunately, that did manage to kill her off, and now, even worse is that he has a room to move in here. So I'm gonna probably move here and try to use the stone wall. That way, if he comes here, he should be trying to attack him. Yep. Okay, that's 5 points of strength down. Should be... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, seriously? Because I'm leaving the armor on him so high, it's taking forever to kill this dredge. Really hoping that Rook will be able to help us out here. Okay, that's another one down. Unfortunately, this dredge has his turn. Hermer is getting killed off yet again. I do hate that a lot. We're gonna start taking out the armor on the big boy here. What would be the smart thing to do here besides trying to do another stone wall thing? Try to attack your citizens, kill him. Our Varl has been taken out. I'm gonna move you in here, and you and your friend are gonna attack the ancient dredge. Oh man, no! Son of a biscuit. Yeah, so I did not do this combat the most effective way. The start was really okay, but then I screwed it up. Need to close in the distance here and take out this guy. Which leaves us in 3 versus 3. Ah man, so he will be going next round. Let's take out the armor. I'm quite sure that Agil is dead because the big dude will come in and just smash. Can you attack him? Okay, you know what? We are gonna give you some power here. I don't like my chances here. Kind of sure that the big one will be able to close the distance to Rook. Somehow he was not able to. So we are gonna move further away, and this is gonna be one extremely annoying battle now because I will be just moving away and doing the ranged attack. Okay, deflection. It's 8 points of strength down. The big dude should not be able to close in the distance. So I'm thinking he should be now killed. So the only way I'm gonna win this entire engagement is now to basically just cheese the hell out of this. This is gonna be, however, dangerous here because I'm trying to move away from him through here. unable to attack him. He's out of range. Move a bit further. Mark the prey. No. Okay. Beautiful. Now we can attack. One more attack like that, and that should kill the big dredge. Okay, hold on. No, we are gonna use the horn, and this should allow us to kill him. But unfortunately, my entire party is injured, so I'm not happy with how I managed to do this damn thing. Ned is injured. Everyone is injured. I cannot, for the love of it, level up Crummer. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. Well, I do know what I'm doing wrong. I'm rushing in and letting him get freaking surrounded by the enemy. So I did get 9 points of renown. I don't know if we're gonna come across any survivors whatsoever, which might hurt me, and also remarkably, as you're about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered marked stall with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing were wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. Why do I feel like we did not come across any goddamn provisions? I'm gonna need to get some freaking provisions here. So that's +3 will while resting. God damn it! That's a lot for level 4. Interesting. Okay, let's see what she has to tell us. Nid, I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Nid. You're Rook. I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. It isn't strange how you can be so close to people and not know them. Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Where are you from? You welcome. I should be. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I've never even tried it before Odif made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Odif is good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I want it to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems. Sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skorg. I knew most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostfell, but we were driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I am sorry, says Rook. Akil's men killed my husband. Now Akil is traveling with us. Yeah, I'm not eager about that. That's due to my daughter, or Rook's daughter. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You'll look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons, and I don't want them to grow up with a hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. Ah, that's so nice. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. Okay, cool. So, our heroes, most of them are probably injured, so I'm guessing 2 to 3 days. So we are gonna rest up for 2 days. This improves our morale, but unfortunately this depletes our provisions greatly. And the worst thing is, the market has 0 supplies left, so not the best. Okay, so Kramer is now injured, but we should be okay. If we level up you, we cannot level up you, but you have this icon as if to show me that you should be leveled up or so. Oh, we actually can do the points. Why did I not notice that? I do not know. I do not know. Okay. Promote. This should be like only 5 points. Let's go for it. We're gonna add in some armor and some ability to break the armor. And the rest of you, this is gonna be a bit tricky, but sure. Onef should join in here too. Kramer will be able to recover, therefore we should manage somehow and have some spare units in backup just in case. And let's take a look at the map. Like, I haven't done that for a while now. These, we're gonna see how far away are we from the point where we destroyed the bridge for the Varl, which I think they are still super mad about. Wow. We were here. Now we're here. That's interesting. So we went through here, and now we must have gone through there. I almost thought the X marks the spot where we were supposed to go. Man, I'm such an idiot. Okay, but we know where we are. You gotta be kidding me, right? Because we started here, and we went through, like, all of this. It would have been just so much easier to run right down south directly, no? I don't know. Anyhow, they did what they did. They have to live with it. So, let us leave because the market will not give us anything more. I'm gonna keep the renown points for now. We shall see how far we can get. So immediately the morale goes down despite the fact that we just camped for 2 days. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni or no one. That reed with thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth ready to attack. Let the argument play out on its own. Worrying on marriage another time. Explain yourself. Keep the woman separated. Let's go with explains yourself. Ragni chooses my daughter on his own. The insulted mother says, but this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, liar. The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from being over. Like, seriously, we have over 500 people who are trying to get to safer place, and you are squalling about some freaking marriage? Okay, another Godstone. This actually looks like the Viking letters. There's quite a lot of them. The Godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivory shoes some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Inspect the Godstone. Let's inspect it, maybe we might come across something interesting. Ingrid's Godstone is carved with ancient runes, which don't make much sense to you. Though Avon tells you some of the Menders have deciphered them, it's how the Menders learn the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Avon doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Okay, let's pick up and move on. At least our morale has improved since we did manage to camp out. Okay, I kind of forgot to read that, sorry. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across your chest. This should be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop, shouts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it. On the ground before the death slinger is a small stony figure. Its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby? That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women? We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? Oh my god, are those slingers actually females with babies that is like wrapped around it? Oh my god. They're not invading, they're running. Everyone stopped dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness, something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake. It's all beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew. Why? Why didn't you say something? Says the thief. Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sunder during the Second Great War. We called it raids. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatter them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the world and stumbled upon Raze deep in the snowstorm alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe, it twisted in the wind, her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. Wow, okay. That's how I killed Sunder. No, so that explains why when you went against the other dredge, he basically whooped your ass so easily. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kandor, next to be king. I left, walked until I ended up in Scorp, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. Okay, so what about the kid there? For a long time nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. God damn it, I have no idea! Now I'm gonna actually feel bad for attacking these slingers, but I don't think we should be. Oh man, I don't know. If we put it to a vote, we might lose some morale. The reason behind is that I should be, or Rook should be, the leader of the caravan. If we insist on taking this thing with us, what do we do then when we run across more dredge? Do we just keep taking the babies? I know that some time ago I talked about... Okay, sorry for that. So I know that some time ago I talked about like good morals and so on and so on. Man. Okay, let's take it. You are agreed strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women in the caravan hesitantly agreed to take in the dredge infant, while others are furious about bringing it along. Not long afterwards, one of the women comes to you. It's swaddling, was being held by this, she says, giving you a hairpin that looks distinctly undredge-like. An inscription on the silver almost slips your notice. Persevere, from the goddess herself. If you ask me, the woman tells you. Okay, it's another achievement for the Godstone of Ingrid. This is some freaky stuff. Days of provision. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that Varl have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a mead house than battling in Sunder? Says Krummer. Ubin, no, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, fall headfirst into the dredge, they follow you into the hills, get lost, now they're not following you. Ubin, when you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Krummer, have you never heard about the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Both Varl halt their debate when you suddenly notice you watching. What's this about? Ubin, careful my friend, a lot of old history getting thrown around here. Krummer, the warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Ubin, Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Though you'd be happy to be finally the oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krummer. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Okay, so this is completely pointless based on our current situation, but what am I supposed to do with these old farts? Besides, I'm not convinced you're really old. Old rivalry you got here. Nobody's going anywhere. I'll leave it to you. Old rivalry. Comments like that remind me I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I've already be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Ingvar? You should ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Krummer. Alright then. I'll tell Hedborg you said hello. Krummer and a good many Varl warriors head out towards the growing army of dredge. Is he going to come back? He always has before, but this time It's different, I fear. Okay? Somehow I'm happy I did not manage to level up him too damn much, but we have lost most of our Varl, which sucks. Morale has declined. I do not see any town in the distance. We are approaching some thick forest here, which raises a couple of questions. A trail of blood leads you to a clearing where you find a large wounded Varl. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you beat this one alone without second thought. We can help you if you want it. In a heartbeat, the Varl is on his feet, swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear as the cudgel smashes through the trunk of a tree. Your party scatters to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the Varl is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood, which you decide against following this time. Okay? Not exactly sure what that was about. We are getting to another town. Gather around, doubters, echoes a shout in the distance as Krummer and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage and behold the invincible Varl. The caravan is thrilled to see Krummer return safely. Morale has improved. Did the plan work? Asks Uben. Work? Responds Krummer. Of course it worked. Some old stretch. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. Okay? And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these, Krummer says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest in Heratai. Okay, Treasure Hunter achievement unlocked. Looks like we did manage to obtain something.
Sigrholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud homes sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
One catastrophe to another, says Adif as you pull into Sigrholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says David, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here. Then you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Adif, all I'm saying is how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Adif and Even, as long as we need to. Adif, and I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Asks Rook. Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Avon, says Elect. I think Adif is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were settling up, he was just watching me in a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Okay, this might be interesting. So, when it comes to the story, I think for now we have covered quite a lot. So what I'm gonna do is cut off the episode here. I hope you did enjoy it. It was actually quite interesting. We will see if Juno will show up on the next episode, so consider subscribing to the channel so that you know when the next episode is dropped. I publish content on a weekly basis, and if you would give a like to the episode, it will help me greatly, as this way more people can come across my content, and therefore I can create a bigger community around the channel. We can have discussions around games and so on in the comment section. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy the episode, and if you did, like I said, consider giving it a like, and I will see you in the comment section or at the next one. Bye bye.